What's going on, guys? Welcome back to hashtag GSM for GM Season 3, Episode 67 here today. I'm Graham GSM Matthews. Hope you guys are doing well. WWE 2K24, MyGM Mode. We are closing in on our next pay-per-view Survivor Series. Obviously coming up in real life, or actually just happened in real life a couple days ago. So a little late on the ball there, I suppose. But here in the game, we're coming up on Survivor Series in a couple of weeks. A very big show on tap tonight. 3 tag team matches, one of which we will be watching. I am torn between watching this match and the opener, just because it marks the in-ring return of AJ Styles to SmackDown. But this show also marks the in-ring return to SmackDown for Shawn Michaels. So we're probably going to watch that match, because I feel like if these two run it back, and they will, and that becomes a feud, we're going to see more matches between them anyway, probably at Survivor Series itself. We will not see this specific tag team match again. So I think we'll end up watching this match. But here is the show. LA Knight, after his victory over Mankind at Fastlane, sending him away from SmackDown in that casket match, takes on the returning AJ Styles here tonight. Gunther puts out the challenge to Rey Mysterio, saying, hey, listen, if you want this belt back, I will put it on the line next week here on SmackDown. If you think you can finally beat me for this belt, you can do so next week here on Friday night. Bayley calls out Bianca Belair before their WWE Women's Championship match coming up at Survivor Series. Before then, though, she's going to have to defend against the former champion Beth Phoenix, who is yet to be beaten here in WWE, specifically one-on-one. She's going to get her championship rematch next week against Bayley here on SmackDown before Bianca can get her shot at Survivor Series. Alexa Bliss and Billy Slugger team up to take on 2 common enemies in Cora Jade and Liv Morgan. Or specifically Cora Jade's been on a roll recently. Can't you keep it going with another win on the show? Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio, who teamed up a couple of weeks back, team up again here tonight to take on, again, a lot like in this situation, 2 common enemies in the Bloodlines. Roman Reigns returning to action for the first time on SmackDown in many weeks, and his partner Solo Sikoa. And then in the main event, CM Punk helped out Trick Williams, beating Sheamus finally last week here on SmackDown. Sheamus has enlisted the help of the returning Shawn Michaels to take out someone that Shawn has a very big beef with for some reason in CM Punk that we'll get to. That's going to become a feud. Does he really think he's the best in the world? Shawn Michaels wants to put that to the test, and we will find that out tonight in the tag team main event. So let's get right into it. I'm really excited for this show. St. Louis, Missouri tonight, by the way. We're in Randy Orton's hometown. Although he is not in the main event, that tag team match takes precedence. We have no interference. This might be the one show that we have ever done where there is no interference in any of the matches, which is kind of crazy. It looks like a fucking mini pay-per-view, which is awesome. So we will end up watching the main event. We will watch, or simulate this match, rather. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Who wins? LA Knight picks up another victory. This time over AJ Styles to keep his winning ways alive. AJ may not be too happy about that, and may have to keep the feud going. Gunther calls out Rey. Rivalry grows up to a level 3. Simulate the tag team match.
1, 2, that's it.
Alexa Bliss and Billy Slugger go over, surprisingly. Interesting, and then maybe turns on her afterward, because they want her to turn on her either this week or next week. Spoiler alert, I'm doing a backstage brawl. I already booked it in my notes here from next week's show between Bliss and Billy, so I'll probably do that next week. We could say they won the match here, and she turns on her anyway, because she is jealous of Billy Slugger's growing organic popularity. They could pin Liv Morgan, because Cora Jade's on a roll right now. A new feud between Bayley and Bianca Belair. Good stuff. Simulate this tag team match. Randy and Rey go over again. Big win for Randy and Rey. Randy inching closer and closer to a championship opportunity. We could say he pinned Roman, perhaps, in that match, and he has earned himself an opportunity, which he already did earn despite losing to Solo Sikoa in last week's main event. An opportunity at the WWE Championship at the pay-per-view. Good promo there from Beth. And we get to our main event. CM Punk and Trick Williams teaming up. Trick's first ever main event here on SmackDown. Taking on Sheamus and the returning Shawn Michaels. Let's get into it, baby. Let's see. I'm looking forward to this match. We have not seen Shawn Michaels in a SmackDown ring in 4 years. He has not been part of the show since our very first year in canon GSM for GM mode and GM mode and whatnot. because I'm sure we used him in that first year. Unless that wasn't canon, but I think that first year that was canon, we did have him, because I remember the whole fucking feud that he had with, with Sami Zayn and whatnot. We could say the Shawn Michaels element, by the way, is a mystery partner for Sheamus. And here comes Trick. Finally won, I think, his first match ever here on SmackDown last week. Sheamus. I don't think Trick has ever won on SmackDown prior to last week. And his partner, Shawn Michaels, is back.
Here comes HB.
The Heartbreak Kid has returned.
From San Antonio.
We haven't seen him since he threw a fit and quit SmackDown 4 years ago. CM Punk starting things out with his recent rival, Sheamus. Kind of recap the bad blood here in this match. We'll get to the Shawn Michaels element in a moment. But as far as Punk and Sheamus are concerned, CM Punk losing his rematch for the WWE Championship inside Hell in a Cell. Sheamus immediately going for the tag, by the way. Shawn Michaels wants in. First time ever, Punk and Shawn going at a nice crossbody there for Michaels. But Punk losing that WWE Championship Hell in a Cell match to Roman Reigns back at Hell in a Cell a couple of months ago. A complete squash of CM Punk. CM Punk was worried that he may not have enough left in the tank. He might not be the superstar that he thought he was. Great roundhouse kick there from Punk. Sheamus said, listen, you are weak, you should retire. Punk said, absolutely not. Took on Sheamus at the Fastlane pay-per-view. Sheamus decisively defeating CM Punk in a very, very good matchup. Punk's confidence still on the lower end here. But Sheamus has remained a thorn in the side of Punk after Punk cost Sheamus his win last week here on SmackDown against Trick Williams, a man that has been feuding with Sheamus on and off for many months now, had lost to Sheamus 3 consecutive times, once by countout, twice by pinfall, finally beating Sheamus in their 4th and hopefully final one-on-one encounter last week here on SmackDown with an assist from CM Punk. So Sheamus has a beef with Punk, Trick has a beef with Sheamus, Punk has a beef with Sheamus, and here comes Shawn Michaels, who we have not seen here on SmackDown in 4 years. Go all the way back to Season 2, the early episodes of Season 2, because Season 1 was technically not canon, because that was 2K22 GM mode, which we don't really count. But back in Season 2, Year 1, since we really first started acknowledging these the GM mode years and whatnot, Shawn Michaels was in the midst of a feud with Sami Zayn at the time for the Intercontinental Championship. I believe he lost to Sami. I don't think Shawn ever won that Intercontinental Championship, and he was involved in a great triple threat. I think maybe a fatal 4-way. It was a multi-man match with Nakamura, Dragunov, Zayn. He had enough. He also felt like he didn't have enough left in the tank. He was unable to win, I believe, the Intercontinental Championship, and if he did win it, I think he may have. I think Shawn may have won the championship. He quickly lost it right back to Sami Zayn. Sounds very similar to CM Punk's story.
He's able to counter.
Sheamus taking at Trick Williams here. Yeah, Shawn Michaels lost the smile, quit SmackDown. We haven't seen him on the Blue Brand since, but now he's back, seemingly with a point to prove to Punk that, listen, you also, I realized I had it within me to come back and prove that I am the best. You don't. You should go ahead and quit. You should follow in my footsteps. You feel like you are an exact replica of me. He feels like, you know, Punk's here on the show, boasting about being the best in the world. Shawn Michaels was the original best in the world. It wasn't around on SmackDown for very long, but in that time became an Intercontinental Champion, if I remember correctly, before quickly losing it. Punk also did the exact same thing at WrestleMania, beating Sami Zayn, someone that they've both beaten in the past. They both have a shared rivalry with, a shared history with, and they also went on to lose their championships soon after. So a lot in common between Punk and Michaels, more than they might think, than Punk specifically might think. Trick Williams making the save to CM Punk, and Sheamus immediately taking out Punk there. Sheamus taking out Trick with an uppercut and a clothesline to CM Punk. Sheamus an unhappy camper tonight after losing to Trick Williams and being embarrassed by the up-and-comer last week here on SmackDown. Kick to the gut, CM Punk's got him up for a beautiful pile driver.
Just a flagrant display of aggression.
A lot of championship gold between all 4 of these men. Trick has yet to win gold here on SmackDown, but Sheamus, a former Intercontinental Champion in his own right. Shawn Michaels, I believe, again, like I said earlier, a former Intercontinental Champion. And CM Punk, a former WWE Champion. Great clothesline there from Punk, turning Sheamus inside out.
Headed to the top now.
He's going to the top rope. What's he thinking here? Beautiful splash for CM Punk in the cover onto the Celtic Warrior. 2 count. Oh, and a kick out at 2. Shawn Michaels stepping inside the ring, was going to break it up if he had to. Tagging back out to Trick, who wants to get his hands on Sheamus. Kick to the knee. Sheamus immediately retaliating. Knee to the gut of Trick Williams here. Trick wants to keep that momentum going. He's got a taste of that victory over Sheamus last week. Ooh! Sheamus laying out Trick. Tagging in Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, pretty sure they don't want to be taking any more of those.
He's saying it's done. It's over. Trick's a bum. He feels that Trick Williams is beneath him. And quite the attitude change for Shawn Michaels since the last time that we saw him here on SmackDown 4 years ago. He's waiting for Trick to get back to his feet. What's he thinking? Beautiful double axe handle from the middle rope from the Heartbreak Kid. Trick gets out of it. Kick to that leg. Shawn Michaels can't be hitting that sweet chin music if that leg is weakened. Trick Williams knows that. He's done his history. He's done his homework. He's done his history homework. Laying out Shawn Michaels now with a great clothesline. Shawn right back to his feet with a kip up. Beautifully executed. Shawn throwing him to the outside. Nice hot shot right to the outside. Always forget the name of that move. The commentators always have to remind me because I never really remember what the name of that move is. Hot shot. Sheamus taking out his frustration on CM Punk with repeated shots. 10 beats of the Bowdring. Punk's not even a legal man. Trick, I guess, is just going to walk in the sidelines. What a goof. What the fuck is he doing? Jesus. CM Punk down and out. Trick Williams looking to take advantage with the neck breaker on a Sheamus. You know Punk's got to be steaming on the apron, wanting to get into this matchup and get his hands on Sheamus and avenge that loss from Fastlane. And here he comes. Here he comes. CM Punk tagging into the match. Nice shot to the midsection. Another strike. And a beautiful takedown there from Punk. Sheamus right back to his feet. Punk again, bring him into the corner. Sheamus reverses. Gets Punk up. And Punk gets out of it. These two having a very competitive contest back at Fastlane. Repeated shots from Punk.
Hammerlock is in.
Hammerlock DDT from CM Punk. He's going to the top.
Perched up top.
Beautiful knee from the top on top of Sheamus. And the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2.
Now sends a very clear message.
Punk celebrating the crowd now. Can't get too cocky, and Sheamus moves out of the way. That's what happens. Giving Sheamus too much time to get his bearings about him. And a great Irish curse backbreaker. A second one. And a third one for good measure on CM Punk. Injuring that previously injured back of Punk. Sheamus knows exactly what he's doing. Sheamus only wins over Batista, over Bray Wyatt, a former Intercontinental Champion. He has beaten Punk clean at Fastlane. Beaten Trick 3 times. Punk still down and out while Sheamus adds insult to injury for Trick Williams. 10 beats of the Bowdring. Punk's got to get back in. And he's in! Punk beats the 10 count while Sheamus takes out Trick Williams. Punk reverses. Beautiful back body drop. Back body suplex on a Sheamus there. And he gets him up on his shoulders. Looking for the GTS. And he connects. He puts the Celtic Warrior to sleep. 1, 2. Oh, kick out at 2 from Sheamus. Punk tagging out to Trick, who wants to pick up the scraps. Taking out his frustration on Sheamus. A lot of pent-up frustration from the SmackDown blue chipper and Trick Williams over the last couple of months. Looking to make a name. Oh, the bro kick from Sheamus! That rookie mistake! Punk not going to let that fly in his watch. Breaking up the cover. Sheamus surely cannot be happy about that. Sheamus looking to take out Punk. He's distracted by Punk. Can he capitalize on Trick? So he throws it into the corner. He takes him out into the other corner. And he's picking him up again. Back into the original corner. Oh my God, what's he thinking now? Great neck breaker there from Sheamus. He tags out to Shawn Michaels. Stomping the face of Trick Williams and a drop kick to the head. What's he setting up for now? A sweet chin music. We haven't seen this in a minute. Will he connect? And he does. 1, 2, 3. A win for Shawn Michaels in his return to the ring, pinning Trick Williams. Another win for Sheamus, and a win back for his returning partner, Shawn Michaels.
And teamwork makes the dream work.
Good stuff. Good match. All right. Good match.
Tag team excellence in its purest form. You simply...
All right. Probably the right outcome, too, because Shawn needs a win in his in-ring return, so that kind of makes sense. All right. We simulate the show. Cody Rhodes and Braun Breaker. Hey, that's a pretty kick-ass opener, if I do say so myself. I'd say we had a good show. Good show overall, looking at those ratings. 60,000 new fans, not bad. Or $60,000. I don't really care about the fans at this point. We're not fucking winning that battle. We are not winning that battle. Well, NXT has their third trophy, so they're officially ahead of us because they have more fans. So we got to work on those trophies. 2 weeks till Survivor Series. We're in Phoenix, Arizona. Trick said, I told you, CM Punk and I really hit it off as a team last week. Thanks for pairing us up. We're looking forward to the next tag match. The crowd still loves us, blah, 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 blah. All right. Well, you lost or whatever. Triple H says, I got an email about an ad agency in the area. How do you feel about giving them a chance? They are currently charging $10,000 for a 3-week ad campaign. It has the potential to gain us some new fans since they're new. There's always the potential to lose some as well. Yeah, I mean it's only 10,000, so we'll try it. Let's give it a shot. Have at least one Hell in a Cell match this week. No, we're good. So let's book this show. This is another really big show. I'm looking forward to this show as well. It's going to be Gunther defending, where's Gunther? The Intercontinental Championship against Rey Mysterio. It's going to be Randy Orton calling out Roman Reigns officially for Hell in a Cell. Maybe he pinned Solo. I don't want to say Roman got pinned. Roman hasn't been pinned in a while. I don't know if he's been pinned in many months, actually, so let's keep it going. This is going to be a backstage brawl. We're just going right into this feud. Alexa Bliss going after Billy Slugger backstage. Let's see. Bianca Belair is going to call out Bayley. So a reversal of last week. AJ Styles will call out LA Knight. Maybe we could say LA Knight won by DQ. I kind of feel bad having AJ get beat. You could say that he attacked Knight. He was pissed. Well, we'll call it a DQ win. How about that? We didn't watch it, so it's okay. We're going to do Bayley and Beth. And I will fix Bayley to win. I know Beth will officially be losing her first match, but, it's fine. We're going to have Ripley get involved, but she's accidentally going to cost Beth the win. So I'm going to have her attack Beth. She'll get involved. Bayley will win. That will set up their WrestleMania match. I like that a lot. And we're going to do a Fastlane rematch tonight. CM Punk and Sheamus. Interference from Shawn Michaels. Cool. Power cards. Not today, Satan. Prevent a talent from being fired in a random casket match. Well, that's fine because I didn't really want fucking Mankind winning anyway, so that's okay with me. GM interference. I might use this on CM Punk before the end of the year so we can keep Punk. Let's use this on NXT. We have it, might as well use it. Alright. Health Spa. Oh, we don't need that. But we will use our fixed match, though. I'm going to use that on Bayley. Where's Bayley? Bayley. I'm just fucking blind. Here we go. Bayley will beat Beth to retain her title. Alright, I think we actually used that fixed match option on Beth, actually, when they had their first match on SmackDown a while ago. So now we're reversing and making sure Bayley beats Beth to retain her WWE Women's Championship. I like that. Beth will finally lose to Bayley, and Bayley can avenge that loss, and that can trigger Rhea and Beth. And that's the thing. I said this last week, but we got to get the Rhea-Beth feud going, because what if one of them doesn't end up on SmackDown post-WrestleMania? I kind of have to learn my lesson with that, where I can't wait for stuff after WrestleMania in case we don't keep some of these superstars, you know? Can't wait forever. So this is the card for next week. Gunther and Rey Mysterio will run it back once again, this time for the Intercontinental Championship once more. Gunther, the defending champion this time. Rey Mysterio has never beaten Gunther. Gunther is 2-0 against Rey. Can he make it 3 and retain the title here tonight? Randy Orton makes his match official with Roman Reigns for Survivor Series, the WWE Championship on the line. Bianca will call out Bayley after what Bayley had to say about Bianca on last week's show. Alexa Bliss will attack Billy Slugger backstage after shockingly ambushing her following their tag team win on last week's episode. Bayley will defend the WWE Women's Championship against Beth Phoenix, Rhea Ripley getting involved. AJ Styles calls out LA Knight for a rematch after attacking him last week on SmackDown, and he wants to get it at Survivor Series. And then CM Punk and Sheamus will run it back from Fastlane with Shawn Michaels getting involved. So that's the show for next week. Really looking forward to it. As far as the match that we're going to watch, that's a fixed match. That's a backstage brawl. That has interference. So we're going to watch, not really rewatch, but we're going to watch Gunther and Rey again. And it has high stakes because the Intercontinental Championship's on the line. So I like that a lot. That's going to be coming up Friday here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Have an awesome one, folks. Enjoy the rest of your week/weekend. I'm Graham GSM Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.